Inquest docket has been opened after 5 children burned to death in a shack fire in Ramatlabama in the northwest over the weekend. It's alleged a 32-year-old woman left 6 children inside the shack and went to a tavern. Neighbors saw the shack burning and called for help. 1 child was rescued while 5 others were burnt beyond recognition. The woman is being charged with negligence. Now, for further details on that story, we are joined on the line by SABC reporter Silo Tatai. Silo, a very good afternoon to you. We understand an inquest docket has been opened. There's allegations the mother was at a tavern drinking. Give us the latest.
Well, we are just from Ramatlabama village, which is about 20 kilometers outside Mahikeng. And what we have managed to get from the family is that the woman, yes, was indeed found at the tavern, but according to the best of their knowledge, the woman was not drinking alcohol. So the police are yet to establish why was she at the tavern and so forth. But when a tragedy befell this particular family, indeed the woman was at the tavern.
Look, how is the family and community doing after such a tragedy?
Well, it is an incident which has sent shockwaves across the province and the small impoverished community of Ramatlabama. Then today there was a prayer session, and some of the church leaders who were visiting the family were saying that this tragedy has all the hallmarks of poverty because the mother, including her 6 children, were staying in a one-room shack. So one of the church leaders was asking where was the community development worker, where was the councillor, because it seems like this woman and her children have been living in those dire conditions for a number of years, and there hasn't been any help trickling in to help them through what they've been going through over the years. And an appeal was made for Good Samaritans to come to the party and help in this regard.
Look, Silo, speaking of help, we hear that the Northwest Social Development Department will be doing an assessment to determine the assistance required by the surviving relative fire victims. How will they assist exactly?
Well, the social development has assembled a team of social workers, and they say that there are a number of programs that they will have to use to intervene in the plight of the family members, in that there is a program called Social Relief of Distress, which will be rolled out by SASA. But over and above that, they are saying that they are going to do a fact-finding mission in the whole community, because it seems like 70% plus of the population in the small impoverished community of Ramatlabama are indigent. So many of them live in shacks. They do not have any source of income, and they are heavily reliant on on government programs of social grants. So in a nutshell, the living conditions of many people living in that particular community are not satisfactory, and they continue to be confronted by many socio-economic challenges.
Thanks for that. That is Silo Tatai, live to us from the Northwest.